video. So this video will be a monsoon hair care tutorial. One of you had actually requested me to do this in my last video. So I thought it's a rainy weather already and it's perfect time for me to share some of the tips that I personally use or I implement in my day-to-day life for a healthy and a cleaner scalp. That sounds poetic. So yes, let's just quickly get started. Because it's monsoon, we get to, it actually tempts a lot for us to wash our hair at a frequent basis. However, that's one of the misconceptions we have. Ideally, in this kind of a weather, you should definitely not shampoo your hair more than twice or thrice a week, because as it is, there's a lot of humidity in the air, and your hair gets to, it tends to get oilier at a frequent basis. So the more you wash your hair, it rips off the natural air, the natural oil level or the natural oil a layer that you have on your scalp, which triggers the oil glands and it results in excessive oil release, making your hair much more oilier than the usual months of the year. So please make sure that you do not wash your hair more than thrice a week. If you still feel that your hair is oilier and you need to wash it, go for dry shampoo, because these options, they actually help to tame down the oiliness of your scalp. You guys can actually go ahead and try this one. It is by BBlunt Back to Life Dry Shampoo. This particular product has been specially designed for Indian climate, so they have considered the dynamic climate we have here in India. You guys can try this out. All you need to do is just partition your hair, spray it a little bit, massage the product into your hair, and you're good to go for one more day. So this will actually save your time as well as save your hair from excessive washing your hair. So this can actually help. This retails for 550. If in case you are somebody who does not want to invest a lot of money in a dry shampoo, go for baby powder. So baby powder is gentle on your scalp as it is on a baby's skin. It would definitely rip off the excessive oil that your scalp has. It will help you to go for one more day, and this will take care of your greasiness of your scalp. So you guys can actually save your hair from a harsh washing day. So please just make sure that you do not wash your hair more than it is required, not more than 3 times a week. So yes, after washing, one of the very important step comes here is type of shampoos that you should prefer. This kind of a weather is, as it is very tricky, it plays around with your scalp and hair and your skin. So the kind of shampoos that you should use should be sulfate free. The reason why I'm talking about sulfate free shampoos is because sulfate free shampoos, what they do is they dry out your scalp to a great extent, thus resulting in, again, triggering the oil glands of your scalp, making it much more oilier, and the cycle follows. So please make sure that you try preferably herbal shampoos. If not herbal shampoos, then there are other options as well, like L'Oreal has a sulfate free shampoo. You can try organic sulfate free shampoos. Then you have Himalaya herbal shampoo that you guys can go for, and I think Tresemme, the red bottle, is a sulfate free shampoo. You guys can try that out. What they do is they maintain the pH level of your scalp. They make sure that it does not get oilier a lot and it does not rip off the natural oil that your scalp needs. So that's a really good option. Coming out of the shower, you're all conditioned. What's the next step that we need to do is leaving your hair protected with a leave-in serum or a leave-in conditioner. What I personally use is this one. This is by Total Repair 5. The reason why I would say that make sure that you step out with a leave-in conditioner or a leave-in serum is because it's a rainy weather, and every time your hair gets wet in the rain, there's a lot of dirt, oil, and a lot of particles that settle on your hair, which further makes it weak. However, if you use a leave-in conditioner or a leave-in serum, what it does is it forms a protective layer on the strands of your hair. Thus, whenever the rain falls and your hair gets damp in the rain or wet in the rain, it would not hamper the strand of your hair. So it would further result in making it much more healthy and keeping it away from any sort of damage that your hair might face in this kind of a weather. All right, so coming back to the next, we have a habit of ironing your hair a lot, or body curling your hair. Like I have a habit of trying out different different sort of hairstyles on a regular basis. If not on a regular basis, then probably once in every 2 to 3 days, just to check how they work on me. However, what you need to do is to maintain your hair texture. Please go ahead and buy and invest in a good heat protecting mist or a heat protecting spray. What they do is they again form protective layer on the strands of your hair, thus resulting in protecting the strand. So every time you use a heating tool, it would not directly damage your hair or damage the strand of your hair. It first will have to interact with the heat protectant that you've applied. Thus it will minimize the damage of on your hair strand. So you guys can go for that. If you're somebody who does not really use a lot of heating tools, which is very good, guys, because heating tools, they actually damage a lot. So please try and avoid if you can. If you do, then please use them after using a heat protectant. That's one of the important things. If you do not use a heat protectant mist or a heat protectant spray, you're not into hairstyling a lot, please make sure that in this weather, after applying all sort of conditioner and everything, because our hair tends to get much more frizzier and drier in this kind of a weather, go and invest in a anti-frizz cream, because your hair will be all bounced up in this kind of a weather, because there's what happens is the scalp actually has a conflict whether it should be oilier or it should be much more drier, because we try a lot of products. So you need to make sure that you use a good anti-frizz cream. What I personally use is this one. It's by BBlunt. It's the BBlunt Climate Control Anti-Frizz Cream. I'm not getting sponsored by BBlunt, so please do not worry about that. I use only these two products from BBlunt and they work really well for me. What you need to do is you need to damp your hair, or just out of your shower, when you're out of your shower, your hair is damp. Make sure you take a little bit of the product like this and just massage it in between your palms, and then you need to just press it like this. That's what you. Please do not rub your hair, because if you rub your hair, it will create a frizz between your hair, and that will again make it much more frizzier and drier. So please do not do that. Any which ways, rubbing your hair is not a very good exercise that you should do. So can you see the difference? It's which one is much more frizzier? This one, this one. So yes, so anti-frizz cream, they work really well in this kind of a weather. You guys can go ahead and try this out. These were a few products that I use on a daily basis to make sure that my hair is clean and protected. If you have any sort of suggestions or any of these products you've used, please do let me know how they've worked for you. Also, in case you have any suggestions, let me know about that as well. Any specific requests are more than welcome. If you've liked the video, you need to know that you need to like the video. And if you're not subscribed, guys, then please go ahead and do that. Subscribe to my channel so that next time when I upload a video, you guys get to know about that as well. Thank you.